had this guitar for a few years now, and the only modification I've done to it is the change of the pickguard from a white plastic pickguard to gold anodized pickguard. And the reason I fell in love with this guitar is that there's a powerful mid boost in the one of the tone knobs, so that literally turns your Stratocaster from a thin, like a typical traditional sound, 50s Strat sound, to a thick, like late 50s Les Paul sound. And I'm still really into the late 80s Eric Clapton, such as the Journeyman album and the 12 Nights live album. And this guitar just nails that Journeyman tone. And yeah, and I think the black and the gold pickguard just looks great together. And I love it. That's the good things about the guitar. And some things that I've learned to love more of other guitars is the maple fingerboard. I find that I'm more like a rosewood board person, so with the maple fingerboard, although it's quite easy to play and like the action is good, I think it just doesn't feel as right as the rosewood fingerboards guitars that in my Custom Shop Stratocaster has it. But I get why Clapton and other guitar players like the maple fingerboard, because it's much easier to bend and it just really smooth. The bending is just effortless, and yeah, and that's all. And other than that, there's a personal preference. I love this guitar, and the TBX tone boost is just amazing. So when you're at 5 is the normal tone knob at 10, and as you go up it goes brighter and brighter. The reason there's a TBX tone boost is because the mid boost here tends to make the guitar quite a bit darker, and if you have a TBX here, it'll make it brighter, a sort of compensation tone knob, so to say. But other than that, it's a Fender guitar. Got Eric Clapton's name there. This is a 2007 Classic Stratocaster from the Custom Shop, and it has rosewood fingerboard, or the classic pickups. I'm not sure what they call them. They're Custom Shop pickups. Pearloid pickguard, my favorite color, and Fender Custom Shop. And there's not much I want to say about this except that it's great and it's my favorite guitar of all time. And if you encounter one of those classic Stratocaster or Telecaster or the early entry levels Custom Shop guitars that weren't too expensive but now it's not cheap as well, you should try them out. They don't have relic as well, which is a huge plus. I don't feel like paying someone $3,000 or $4,000 more just to get a guitar beat up. I can do that myself. So how does those two guitar compete? I think they're apples and oranges. The Custom Shop guitar has more of a traditional tone, and that's what a Strat from 1960s is supposed to sound like, in my opinion. And the Eric Clapton Stratocaster is a modern creation. It has the 50s style look and kind of sound as well to it, but without the noise. It isn't as bitey and as stratty as the traditional 1950s maple strats would be, but it has added versatility. If you want, you can add in a touch of humbucker guitar sound to it by turning the mid boost up. And yeah, and although when you turn that up it won't sound exactly like a Les Paul, it get close, really close, and because of that you kind of get the best of both worlds, the classic Strat sound and the classic Les Paul sound in one guitar, while the traditional Stratocaster has more of a classic tone, and if you want some other classic sounds you would need to get a pedal or get another guitar. so I can't really compare them. They're like apples and oranges. Which one do you prefer? I will listen to your thoughts in the comments, and until then, I'll see you next time.